Alright, Shalom. First off, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. Peace and salutation to the Akim, to the elect that are scattered throughout the four corners of this earth, pushing this truth out in faith and sincerity. Alright, basically, this is gonna be a lesson on basically scarcely being saved. Alright, the righteous, the elect. Alright, which the elect is of the nation of Israel, which consists of the Negroes, the Latinos, and the Native Americans. Alright? Because, like the scriptures say, you gotta measure the time. And the time that we're in, destruction, the Most High is about to bring destruction on this place, alright? Which is America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible. Alright? And this destruction is about to be like nothing we have ever seen before, alright? This is what the scriptures say. You can read Daniel 12 and 1, or Jeremiah, what's that, 30 and 9?
Yep, Yahweh Shai, Matthew 24.
It's gonna be a time like never before, So, if the Most High, when the Most High always brings destruction on a place, He always delivers a select few, all right?
Yep.
And they just so happen to be of the elect, and it's gonna happen, all right, in these times as well, just like it happened back in the ancient days, some of the prophets, all right. But we dealing, all right, with Lot. We gonna bring out an account on Lot, on how he was in Sodom and Gomorrah, all right. And it's the scriptures say he was vexed with the things that he seen and heard, So it was a lot of wickedness going around, all right. And the Most High brought destruction upon that place, So we just gonna hop straight into it. And get the account.
I'm gonna make a point real quick. Kind of like the brother was saying, the Most High always delivered out of great destruction, and it's gonna be that last destruction, the last deliverance, which is gonna be for the elected nation of Israel by the hand of Yahweh Shai, and we gonna hop into this account with Lot saved out of Sodom and Gomorrah, and also make the point how America, Babylon the Great, is spiritually Sodom and Gomorrah, and how Lot was scarcely saved the elect in these times in the new Sodom and Gomorrah, spiritually, right, gonna be scarcely saved as well, So I get that Genesis. This Genesis 18 and 20. It says, and Yahweh said, because the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grievous, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the cry of it, which is come unto me, and if not, I will know.
So it says that the cry of Sodom and Gomorrah is great because their sin is very grievous. So you have to think about, man, what was going on during this time, all right, for the Most High to say something like this,
right?
It was basically some weird, freaky shit.
Like Zion be saying freakism.
Yeah, all types of freakism, all right,
right.
was taking place in that place, all right. So something needs to be done. The Most High had to, put an end to that shit. He couldn't just let them be and continue, in the wickedness that they were doing, all right. So he had to bring judgment upon them,
Yep.
And like the brother said, today this is spiritually Sodom all over again. All right, and we're gonna get to that, and explain that. But the same thing is happening now. The sins of this place have reached unto the Most High.
You had homosexuality, bestiality, what else? Pedophilia, all kind of
genderism, whatever.
Right. Well, now in these times, you actually can cut your piece off, and a man can have titties and shit now, man. So really, this worse, way worse, because you can get surgeries and shit, man. But you only get 4 and 5, then hop to that. So now we see the sins of Sodom and Gomorrah reached up to the Most High. That's why He was gonna destroy that bitch, man, because it was time. But we gonna hop to Genesis 19 and 4, and this is when the two angels came to Lot. It says, but before they lay down, the men of the city, even the men of Sodom, compassed the house round about, both old and young, all the people from every quarter. So you had old faggots and young faggots, man. The same that you have today in Babylon the Great, which is America. It says, and they called unto Lot and said unto him, where are the men which came in to thee this night? Bring them out unto us that we may know them. You see, so the men of Sodom and Gomorrah and the little boys, they was trying to have sex with the angels, man. With angels. You see?
When it said that we may know them, they ain't talking about when they come outside asking for their name.
Right, where y'all boys from?
Yeah, it ain't talking about that type of no. It's talking about sex.
Right.
So these niggas was wicked.
You see? I'm gonna get this and jump down. Verse 6, and Lot went out the door unto them and shut the door after him and said, I pray you, brethren, do not so wickedly, to prove the point that that's wicked, man. That's a wicked act. The Most High clearly said, if a man lie with mankind as he do with womankind, they shall both surely be put to death. Roughly paraphrasing, man. You know? But I'm gonna jump down to verse 12. Right? It says, and the men, talking about the angels, and the men said unto Lot, hast thou here any besides son-in-law, and thy sons, and thy daughters, and whatsoever thou have in the city, bring them out of this place. So there was warning Lot to, hey, bring them out of here. We about to destroy this place. These niggas trying to come have, well, it ain't really sex, you know? Commit this wicked act with us. We about to destroy this bitch, right? Verse 13, for we will destroy this place because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of Yahweh, and Yahweh have sent us to destroy it.
God. So the Most High gave the order, man, take this motherfucking city out, bro.
Right.
Man, just do away with this place. You know, the Most High couldn't behold it any longer. All right, so he was telling them, look, man, who y'all got up in here? Get up out of here, because we finna destroy this place, bro. Because the shit that we seeing, it can't keep going. The Most High already sent us to destroy, so it's about to happen.
Right.
So what you about to do? Come on, get up out of here.
Can't turn it back. You know. You want to continue? Okay, I'm gonna read that again. It says, verse 13, for we will destroy this place because the cry of them is waxing great before the face of Yahweh, telling you the sins reached up unto the Most High. It says, and Yahweh have sent us to destroy it. And Lot went out and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, up, get ye out of this place, for Yahweh will destroy this city. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-laws. So
they ain't really believe. They was like, man, look, you fucking tripping. Sodom and Gomorrah ain't going nowhere. So basically, they weren't trying to hear that the place is being destroyed. So they was really kind of comfortable with being there. I just like our people today. They don't want to hear about America getting destroyed or none of that. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Right. They might laugh, you know, they might scoff. No, bro, that shit ain't gonna happen. Right. So you know they didn't believe Lot. All right. So you can keep reading.
Verse 15. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot. They hurried up. You see? Hasten Lot, saying, arise, take thy wife and thy 2 daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. That's like, hey, you got to, bro. Yeah. You got to. Try to hold it with you.
I'm trying to, bro. This is Revelation 18. I started. It's talking about Babylon,
which is spiritually Salaki, which is spiritually Sodom.
Revelation 18:4, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, "Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, for her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High have remembered her iniquities." Man. So it's saying exactly the same thing. Come up out of her. Alright? Which is talking about getting delivered by the chariots. Come up out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, that you receive not of her plagues. Alright, because this place is gonna be destroyed with thermonuclear missiles. Saying, look, get up out of her, come on. We gotta go.
And to make that point, how the Most High told Abraham, I'm gonna destroy it because the wickedness have reached up unto me. So I'm gonna go down now and see whether the cry of it is what I've been hearing. Same thing with Babylon the Great, the brother just brought out. The sins have reached unto heaven. Now it's time for the Most High to bring a destruction, man. He been seeing too much, hearing too much, you know, been witnessing too much. Now it's time for him and Yahweh Shai to put an end to it, man. I'm gonna get that again. I gotta read that again. This is Genesis 19:15. And when the morning arose, then the angels hastened Lot, saying, arise, get up, come up hither, come out, you know, take thy wife and thy daughters which are here, lest thou be consumed in the iniquity of the city. And just like the angels told Lot, Yahweh Shai, which is that main angel, gonna tell the elect, man. It says, and while he lingered, the men laid hold upon his hand and upon the hand of his wife. So he lingered. He was tearing. So the angels had to take him and his wife, and upon the hand of his 2 daughters, and Yahweh being merciful unto him, and they brought him forth and set him without the city.
So the Most High had mercy on Lot, because he was part of the elect, and he basically he wasn't with the shit that was going on. Alright, and you got the same thing happening today. You have men out here in the highways and the byways around the earth sighing and crying for the abominations that be done in the midst of them. Yep. Alright, because they not with this shit. You know, and their cry is reaching unto the Most High. Alright, so he's gonna do something about it.
Yep. Verse 17, I'm gonna hop to that 24. And it came to pass, when they had brought them forth, that he said, escape for thy life, look not behind thee, neither stay thou in all the plain, escape to the mountain, lest thou be consumed. So soon as they got taken out of Sodom and Gomorrah, this will happen. Verse 24. I'm gonna start at 23. The sun was risen up upon the earth when Lot entered into Zoar. Then Yahweh rained upon Sodom and Gomorrah brimstone and fire from Yahweh out of heaven, and he overthrew the cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the cities and that which grew upon the ground, man.
So the Most High destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah, right? It said he even took out the grass. Everything had to go that was in this place, bro. Everything had to be destroyed, you know, and everything in America would be destroyed as well. It's gonna be the same destruction as happened unto Sodom and Gomorrah. All right, this place is gonna be turned into a desert. All right.
And I'm gonna get this. And as you can see, Lot was scarcely saved, man. Soon as he got taken out, the Most High rained fire and brimstone upon that place and destroyed it.
And he couldn't do it yet because Lot was still there. He was part of the elect. What it say in Revelation 7 about the angels holding back the destruction of the 4 winds?
That is.
Hearing them saying, hurt not the earth?
That is.
It's the same thing.
That is, man. You see?
Until the it said until my man, how is ready? I don't want to read it wrong.
In Revelation 7?
Yeah.
Okay, I get it. This Revelation 7 and 1. And after these things I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, that the wind should not blow on the earth, nor the sea, nor any tree.
It's not talking about the wind that's outside that's blowing. It's talking about the that wind coming from those thermonuclear missiles. All right, that destruction. That's what it's talking about.
Yep. Verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads.
So the elect got to be sealed before the Most High can actually destroy this place. You got to get them up out of here first, and then the destruction gonna come.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. And like the brother just mentioned, the same thing that happened in Sodom and Gomorrah, the same thing that's gonna happen to Babylon the Great. You see, this is Isaiah 13 and 19. And Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, the beauty of the Chaldees' excellency, shall be as when the Most High Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah.
So it's gonna be the same way. All right, just like he's got taken out by fire, because it's not gonna be like on the same level, because like I said, the scriptures say that it's gonna be a time like never before. All right, but the same way that Sodom got taken out by fire, the new spiritual Sodom will get taken out by fire.
Hey, and brimstone. Fire and brimstone. But now in the form of a ICBM missile. So like Apostle Gabar said, those same elements the Most High used to rain down on Sodom and Gomorrah, now he go rain them down, but in the form of a missile. You see? Give me to grab that Revelation 11. This is Revelation 11 and 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
In that great city, if you read Revelation 14 and 9, it says that that great city was Babylon. Right, it should be 9, right? 8.
You bring it up.
It's Revelation 14 and 8. And there followed another angel saying, Babylon is fallen, that great city. Because she made all the nations drink of the wine of the wrath of her fornication. So that great city is talking about Babylon the Great.
Back in Revelation 11:8, and their dead bodies, talking about spiritually dead, which are the Israelites, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, which we void of not knowing who we are, the true Israelites, not knowing who our power is, and Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. Void of the knowledge of the Most High. So before we came into the truth, we was all spiritually dead, you see?
It's the scriptures say that he that wandered out the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead.
It says, and their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, right? Which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt, where also our Lord was crucified.
So it's not physically Sodom, all right? It's not talking about just the actual Sodom. It says spiritually, all right? It's in the spirit of Sodom, you know, doing those same things that were happening, you know, during that time, you know, the homosexuality and all of that. Those same things are being taken place up in here, all right? So it's spiritual.
They want to grab Revelation 11 to get what the plagues is.
You can get whatever you want.
This Revelation 18:4, like the brother brought out earlier, and I heard another voice from heaven saying, come out of her, my people, that you be not partakers of her sins, and that you receive none of her plagues. And ultimately, like we was going into, what destroys Sodom and Gomorrah? Fire and brimstone, the same thing that's going to destroy this place. You know, that's the plague that's coming on America. I'm gonna grab that real quick. Second Esdras. This Second Esdras 15 and 16, Salakia, and 14. Behold, the plagues are sent, and I'm gonna start at 13. For strong is his right hand that bendeth the bow. His arrows that he shooteth are sharp, and shall not miss when they begin to be shot into the ends of the world. And that's talking about those ICBM missiles. Behold, the plagues are sent, and they shall not return again until they come upon the earth. The fire is kindled and shall not be put out till it consume the foundations of the earth, like as an arrow which is shot of a mighty archer returneth not back. Even so the plagues shall not return backward. Even so the plagues shall not be sent upon the earth, shall not return again. So those plagues are the ICBM missiles, man, that's coming on Babylon the Great. That's what's gonna burn her with fire, as the scriptures say. All right, I'm gonna get that Revelation 11 for you. This Revelation 11 and 12. And they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them.
Yeah, it said a voice said, come up hither. And we know, us at Great Millstone, because we got the understanding, all right, that voice is talking about Yahweh Shai. He's going to be the one that tell us to come up hither. And it says they ascended up. And the cloud, like I said, the clouds represents the chariots of Israel, which people know today as a UFO. All right, that's how they're going to ascend up into heaven. All right, in the heaven, we're talking about our heaven. All right, it's talking about in the sky. All right, basically that's known as heaven as well. All right, it's not talking about the spiritual world. All right, it said they ascended up into heaven in a cloud, and the enemies beheld us. All right, which is our enemies are the Edomites, basically mainly Edom. All right, which are the so-called white race, and all these other heathen. All right, outside of the Israelites. You know, they all gonna see us get saved. They also the 2/3 of Israel.
Okay.
You know, you can keep going.
It says, and they ascended up to heaven in a cloud, and their enemies beheld them. And the same hour was there a great earthquake. And the 10th part of the city fell, and in the earthquake were slain of men 7,000, and the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the power of heaven.
It says 7,000. 7 just means completion. All right, and it says that the remnant were affrighted. All right, so basically what it's saying is, after these men get delivered, at the same time the destruction is going to happen. All right, it said that the remnant were affrighted. Why were they affrighted? Because they've seen everything that was going on. They seen the missiles coming. You know, they praying to the Heavenly Father to deliver them.
Yep.
All right, and then you can get that first Peter.
Okay. Because it said at the same hour. This is 1 Peter 4 and 17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of the Most High. And if it first begin at us, what shall the end of them be that obey not the gospel of the Most High? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear?
So the righteous, which is the elect, are going to be scarcely be saved, all right? At the last minute, at the twinkling of an eye, all right? It's going to be like a zap, you know? As soon as we see those missiles coming at the same time, the elect is going to be getting delivered up out of this place. That's why they were frightened, all right? Because it's gonna happen quick. Okay. That's like it happened with Lot, when they had to hurry up and get him up out of there. You know, that's the same way it's gonna happen with the elect, all right, when they be delivered from spiritual Sodom, all right, which is a miracle. Yep. You know, you got anything else?
No.
All right, you know, with that, you know, that was a lesson. You know, hope brothers were edified. So, with that, I'm give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Ruach Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the elect, you know, the brothers that are around the four corners of the earth, pushing truth out of faith and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.